In this video, I'm going to be doing a simple guide on how to beat Signora solo by showing you some of the abilities that she uses and how to counter them. In Signora's first phase, she deals range cryo damage, using a few different attacks like raining icicles and summoning cryo flowers on the floor. Most of the time, these attacks are slow and fairly easy to avoid. However, if you do find yourself having trouble during this phase, I recommend bringing a shield character like Diona or Zhongli to help mitigate damage. The most important thing to pay attention to during the cryo phase is the sheer cold meter that goes up over time. Keep in mind that standing near Signora, walking on the frost areas on the floor, and getting hit by her abilities will all cause the meter to go up faster. Once the meter is full, you will begin to take damage over time and become slowed. In order to cleanse yourself of this debuff, you can stand near one of the pyro crystals near the corners of the room, which will cause the meter to go down slowly, or simply destroy them in order to fully cleanse the debuff. When Signora's health is almost depleted, she will protect herself in an ice cocoon. You can use pyro attacks to break her shield, or I recommend simply grabbing one of the crimson moths flying around the room, which will infuse your next attack with pyro, dealing additional damage and breaking her shield faster. Keep in mind that during Signora's ice cocoon phase, the temperature in the room drops, and you will accumulate sheer cold much faster, so make sure to break her cocoon as quickly as possible during this phase. In Signora's second phase, she will deal pyro damage, and you will be affected by the blazing heat status effect, which can be removed slowly over time by standing beside one of the cryo sigils near the corners of the room, or simply breaking them, which will immediately cleanse the debuff. During the pyro phase, Signora will perform a total of 5 different attacks, the first of which is a whip attack, which is pretty slow and telegraphed. Just remember to keep an eye on when she pulls out the whip, and be prepared to dodge to the side. Another common attack is the Firebird, which will home in on you and stay on the battlefield for some time. In order to avoid this attack, you can move around while it's active or dash through it towards Signora in order to give yourself more distance. Signora also has a third attack, where she rains Hellfire in a semicircle. This attack is a relatively small range, so you can either dash closer to Signora or move backwards in order to avoid taking damage. Another attack that you'll see her do is the Meteor, which can be avoided by moving to one of the 4 corners of the room near one of the cryo sigils. Finally, Signora can also summon a fireball, which moves towards you slowly. This attack is much harder to dodge if you're standing close to Signora, but can easily be avoided if you're much further away. Once Signora is low HP, she will turn into a pyro tornado that moves around the area, while also summoning smaller tornadoes that wander around, so make sure to dodge those as well. During this phase, I recommend breaking a cryo sigil in one of the 4 corners in order to remove the pyro debuff, while also cleansing the area of any pyro residue on the ground. Overall, the most important things to pay attention to during this boss fight are the debuffs during each of Signora's phases, as well as the cryo and pyro areas on the floor that deal damage. Most of her attacks are pretty easy to avoid once you've fought her a few times. I hope that this guide helped you, and I wish you all the best of luck fighting Signora. If you'd like to see more, please remember to subscribe or come visit us on Twitch. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time.